Namaste, beautiful. Welcome to Astavakrasana, otherwise known as 8 Angles Pose practice. This pose is one of my very favorites. Even in my advanced asana teacher training, when we had to teach a pose at the end of the training, this is the one that I chose to teach. I love it. I put it into a lot of my personal practices. And I put it into a class that I filmed the other day, and I said, I promise I will teach it first, so I am teaching it. So please be sure that you are warmed up before going into this. Mostly the wrists and the shoulders. Mostly the wrists and the shoulders. You can do the whole arm balance warm up if you would like to. It's going to depend on your personal flexibility, how much more you might need to warm up. If you are coming across this because I put it in a class and I said, go watch this if you want tips, I sincerely hope I warmed you up enough to be here. So choose how you would like to warm up, and then let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start by just going into the pose by just sitting. So we can learn the pose. I can show you how it's done, right? So we're going to take first our right leg, and let's bring it up over. It doesn't need to be over the shoulder. It can be kind of in between the shoulder and the elbow here. And we'll take our hands down from here. So our hands are maybe slightly wider than our shoulders, about the shoulders with distance, give or take a little bit, seeing what works best for you. Yeah. And then so we have now our leg is hooked over the arm, and now we take the bottom leg, so our left leg now, and let's hook it over the right, hook the ankles so that they stay together. And then we're going to lean forward. And so as we lean forward, then we're allowing for our butt to come up as the upper body leans and takes the balance. Yeah. And then we extend the legs, and then we have our pose. Yeah. So it kind of honestly looks more complicated than it is, which I think is one of the things that I like about it. Some other arm balances are definitely more challenging, at least for me, than this one. But also, I pretty much never get into it just by getting into it like that, so we'll get into that later. Let's first try the other side. So let's take the left leg and hook it over the arm, so in between the shoulder and the elbow. Bring the hands down. We can have already the right leg out if we want. Bring the hands down, finding the width that feels comfortable for you. So about shoulder's width. Taking the right leg and then the right foot over the left foot. It just is a little bit easier to hold this lock if you have the bottom leg over the top leg, but you also can do it this way, but you might even find then like that kind of wants to slip out a little bit more. So this way just is a little bit more stable. Doesn't really matter though. And so then again, we are leaning by bending the elbows. We're looking forward, right? And we're using the lean to lift the butt up, and then we're extending the legs straight. And there we go. And that's our pose. Now, that's that from seated. So a common way to actually get to the pose, at least for me, is to jump from downward dog into the pose. Yeah. So let's practice that. So let's first practice with one leg. So we'll first practice with the top leg, and then we'll practice with the bottom leg, and then we'll practice putting it all together. Yes? All right. So let's come into our downward dog. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to jump forward and we're going to jump onto the left foot and then hook the right foot. Yeah. So we're only doing half of what we're going to eventually do. Yes? All right. So let's do it. Let's come up onto the toes. Let's look forward and jump just the right leg around. Yeah, just to get how it feels. And then let's go back and let's try it with the other side. So looking forward, coming up onto the toes and jump right foot between and left arm. Left leg over left arm. Yeah? All right. So now we're going to jump the right foot out to the side and we're going to bring the left leg through. Yeah. So let's try that. So looking forward, coming up onto the toes and jumping the right leg out and the left leg through. Yeah. So let's try the other side. Looking forward and jumping right leg out, left leg through. And so if that part is a little bit hard to get into the body right now, my recommendation is that you do in your mind exactly what I was saying. So you're telling your mind, okay, jump the right leg over, jump the left leg through, jump the left leg over, jump the right leg through, right? So when we're learning new things in the body, then we're using the mind to teach the body. Yeah. Sometimes when we are maybe writing practices or we are going through some other kind of movement, then we're allowing the body to guide us. But when we're learning something new, we're using the mind to teach the body. We're seeing it first in the mind, so then we can do it in our body. Yeah? So seeing yourself, okay, jumping to this position will be one of the best ways to then get to the final position. Yes? All right. So now let's go into the final pose. So our final way of getting to 8 angles. So now we're putting it all together. So we're jumping both the right leg over and the left leg through. We're crossing the ankles once we get there, and then we're straightening the legs. Yeah? All right. So I will try and be more like an angle to you, I think, so that we can, yeah. All right, so it's easier to see. All right, and here we go, coming up onto those, looking forward, bending the knees, moving your hands wherever they need to be, and jumping, hooking the arm, hooking the feet, and straightening the legs. Yeah. Beautiful. And if you kind of lose balance a little bit like I just did, that's also fine. Okay, here we go. Let's do the other side. So coming up into our downward dog. And looking forward between the hands, so we're looking where we're going. We're imagining ourselves jumping the left leg over the left arm, the right leg through the arms, hooking the right foot over the left foot, and then straightening them. And then as it's in our mind, then we go ahead and do it, coming up onto the toes and jumping, hooking, and straightening. Woo! And there we have that. All right, so that's that. One other way that we can get into it, I just remembered, I was like, I know when I taught this in that teacher training, there was another way we got into it. We can also get into it from headstand, I believe. All right, so let's go from headstand. I literally just thought of this, and to be honest, I don't even remember if this was how I was taught, and I also have not done this since the teacher training, if I even did it in the teacher training, but I just tried it and I could do it, so it is something that is possible and actually I think could be fun, so let's go ahead and try it. So let's go into headstand. I guess I will face this way. So let's go up into headstand. Just for a second. Get our balance. And then let's come down slowly, 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 bending the knees. And then take the right leg over the right arm. And then start to come up. Take the left leg, cross it on top of the right, and then come into the pose. Yeah? Beautiful. Let's try the other side. All right. This is fun. I totally forgot about this, or I just made it up now. I literally don't know. Okay. I'm going to ask my teacher. Okay. So let's go up into headstand. Okay. So we can take, obviously, tripod version of headstand. And then we go up. And then let's come on down, bending the knees. Taking the left leg over the right, over the left arm. Woo! Bringing the upper body up, sliding the right foot under and over. And then bending the arms and coming into the pose. Woo! All right. So that's a fun transition. Did not intend to teach that, but here we are. So anyway. If you have any questions on anything that we just covered, please feel free to ask them, and I will try my best to guide you in the right direction. Otherwise, thank you for being here, for allowing me to guide you. With all the love, namaste.